There! Please! Stop it right there! It's just like you said! There is a man leaving the scene of the crime! I knew that would come in handy. I knew that would come in handy! Back in frickin' episode 4, I knew that would come in handy! Miss Sykes, do you remember this person? That's him! I'm sure of it! He's wearing my mother's jacket! I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display, that was Dr. Sykes's? Can you see it? There's a slash I made with the utility knight that day! I noticed that. I freaking had big suspicion on that for the longest time, and I knew that would come into play. And I'm sure that knife is under that jacket somewhere. So then, everything Miss Sykes said... Exactly. It proves that Miss Sykes' memory was correct. Dr. Sykes' killer arrived at the robotics lab before 2 p.m. He killed her and hid her face with a handkerchief. Then, he disguised himself with Dr. Sykes' jacket and mask that were there in the lab. The culprit probably knew beforehand that Ponko charged up at 2 p.m. every day. So he waited for Ponko to come to the lab for her regular recharge. By leaving Dr. Sykes' jacket on, the culprit tricked Ponko into thinking he was Dr. Sykes, thereby making it look like she was alive up to that point in time. All to disguise the real time of death.
Objection!
Yes, Edgeworth? It's a nice theory, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that it's just not possible. What? Why not? The victim's jacket is clearly visible right there in the video. And that right there is precisely the problem. The ID tag on the jacket at the scene confirms beyond a doubt that it belonged to the victim. If the person who left the lab truly was wearing the victim's jacket, then how could it possibly have wound up back at the crime scene? That's very suspicious. What's going on? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Edgeworth's right. The culprit was wearing the jacket. How did he get back into the lab? The defendant brought it back. The victim that was dead brought it back. The killer brought it back. The killer... I'm recording at 4:36, so it's almost 5, and I don't feel anywhere near done with this, and it's been forever. Let me just put that out there. So I think after I come to a point, because I feel like we're just about to come to a point, I'm going to stop the recording and probably finish this on Monday instead. I really wanted to finish this tonight, too. The killer used the jacket as a disguise to make his escape. But in order to conceal that fact, he had to get the jacket back to the crime scene. So the culprit simply returned to the robotics lab later and planted it there. Let me just drop my stylus again. Contradiction resolved!
Objection!
Is this the right one? No, this is the crappy stylus. Except that it would have been impossible. Or, except that it would have been impossible. The only people who came to the robotics lab after the killer were Prosecutor Blackquill and the people who reported the body. Oh, excuse me. That reported the body. And they claimed that the jacket was there when they arrived. So, when do you propose this mysterious man of yours had the chance to return the jacket? A puzzling question indeed. When did the culprit have the chance to bring the jacket back? When the body was found. Obviously. The only time the culprit could have returned the jacket was when the body was found. Mr. Wright, do you realize the implication of that argument? I do. Most people, when they come across a murder, focus their attention on the body. The culprit could have just taken advantage of that split second to plant the jacket. In other words, the true culprit of this case, the man known as the Phantom, was one of the first people to discover the body. I would never thought of that. Order in the court. What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Edgeworth? The body was discovered and reported by a group of 3 people. 3 people. And who might, pray tell, are these 3 people? They were there to collect the space probe's capsule in preparation for the Hat 1 launch. One of those people had a special bag to transport the capsule in. Oh, you mean the shock-resistant bag? Correct. I suppose that if the jacket was in the bag, it could have been returned to the scene of the crime without anyone even noticing. I'll see to it that you get the reports on those 3 people. You will? We should also check the facial recognition database for that robot. If this person felt the need to hide his face with the theater mask, it might mean that his facial data was once registered. Prosecutor Edgeworth, does this mean? I have to admit, I believe Miss Sykes' memory is to be credible. You win, Wright. Not that this was ever an official trial anyway. Do my ears deceive me? Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you actually conceding? We got the save icon down here. Is it true, boss? Does that mean I can't believe it. It's over! I won! I proved that both Athena and Prosecutor Blackquill are innocent! All in one trial! Your Honor! I see no need to further prolong this trial.
Objection!
Hold on, Mr. Wright. Have you forgotten who's in charge of this trial? That's right. I'm the one who's supposed to say, I see no need to further prolong. Not you either, Your Honor. Now silence. The little princess who was truly beloved by Metis, and who repaid that love with death. All these years, hating Athena was the only thing that's kept me going. But What to do now? Can anybody tell me? How am I supposed to go on? Miss Blackwell.
Humph. How unlike you, Aura. Metis was deeply passionate about her work, and she chose you as her partner. Isn't that?
Shut up, Simon! You know exactly how I felt about her! Her respect as a co-worker wasn't all that I wanted.
Then what did you want from her?
Did you really just go there, Your Honor?
Aura, there is something I've been wanted to say, if you will lend me an ear. I have, in my possession, a lead on who Metis's murderer is.
You do?
Right, Dono. You asked me about the identity of the Phantom of 7 years of past.
That's right. The Phantom. The person Blackwell has been looking for, even from behind bars.
7 years ago, somebody hatched a plan to sabotage the Hat 1 rocket.
The spy.
But he was no ordinary spy. We knew naught about him, his background, his appearance. We came to refer to him as the Phantom. At the time, I was working with the police to hunt him down. And then, one day, a miracle occurred, and I obtained a lead on him.
Oh, how exciting! What was the lead?
A recording of the Phantom's voice. But the quality was too poor for proper voice analysis. Yet, I had hope. Aura's co-worker was a scientist who could analyze human emotions.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
So I asked her to evaluate the recording using analytical psychology.
And that scientist was Dr. Sykes!
Yes, a spy's greatest fear is to have his true identity discovered. In addition to Hat 1, Dr. Sykes' results and the recording were surely among his targets. But his search of the Space Center bore no fruit, so he must have started to panic. He couldn't find them? But where could they have been? Humph. Who is to say?
Wow. I bet he's never let that out of his sight all these years! How in the world did you smuggle him into prison? That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, I have my ways. What's more, my partner is especially talented at that sort of thing.
Your Falcon, buddy? Or Hawk?
I work to lure the Phantom in by spreading rumors throughout the underworld.
Oh, man, Blackwell has been doing some... He's been doing some undercover work in the prison. He's been doing some undercover work in the clink.
I was even granted special permission to prosecute cases to attract the Phantom's attention. Just try to retrieve your identity, you bloody butcher, became my taunt.
And what about the results Dr. Sykes drew up for you? Was there any useful information?
Here, you can see for yourself, but take good care of it. It's all I have left of my mentor.
I will. I'd better hold on to this real tight. Like, in my jacket in the deepest of pockets, tight. Better keep that court record in your freaking suit. Like, holy crap. That's, wait, I wanted to, I didn't read the, no. Whoa. The subject's emotions rarely fluctuate, and he doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. Psychological profile classified. Emotional output of this voice extremely weak compared to typical voices. Subject deemed to have unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. No emotional fluctuation, huh? A spy who experiences no emotions, not sadness, nor anger, and naturally, no fear. He is the very definition of a phantom, a monster with no heart. Don't you see? This creature is the rot that destroyed our lives and set what ails us all into motion. The Phantom, indeed, a fitting name for the one who has brought darkness to our world. Well then, it seems a faint image of this man has started to take shape. Based on what we have learned, I'd like all of you to conduct further investigation. Man, that's a nice mugshot there. Okay, we don't have any other pictures. This is not a formal trial, but I do want to follow protocol. If I may, I'd like to hand down my verdicts and bring these proceedings to an end. Whatever. Do what you want. You'll hear no objections from me. Yes, please, Your Honor. It's over. It's finally over. Very well. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, could you please take the stand? As a result of this trial, your innocence has been proven. The verdict handed down 7 years ago, hereby overturned. Humph. And now, the defendant of the current trial, Miss Athena Sykes. Yes, Your Honor? Mr. Wright, thank you. Thank you for everything. Athena, you're more than welcome. If everyone is ready, I will now give my verdict. What? 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 You? What? Apollo, freaking don't ruin this. Don't ruin this for me. Apollo? What is the meaning of this? Congratulations, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Edgeworth. You uncovered the truth from 7 years ago, and you saved Prosecutor Blackwell. However, I can't allow this trial to end just yet! Why, Apollo? Why would you do this to us? God dang it, they ended it at the worst possible time for me because it's 4:51 at night and like 4:51 a.m. and I gotta get a shower because I'm sweating from this. And I don't think I can do any more voice acting because, like, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could do any more voice acting. So I'm gonna have to finish this tomorrow. So This is a cliffhanger for you all, and it's a cliffhanger for me, so feel special. You're in the same boat as me. Like, kinda, sorta. I mean, technically not, because you're gonna have to wait for more parts, but, I'm gonna have to wait to play this until tomorrow, so I can finally finish this. You know what Apollo just pulled? Phoenix Wright is Snake, and Apollo is Liquid, and they're pretty much of the same blood, as in they're both defense attorneys, and Apollo is like, Snake! And said, Right! It's not over yet! And yeah, that's how I feel about this. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed, because that was a freaking huge cliffhanger. And catch you all next time. And hopefully have this done, and then should have quite a few videos, since these are the longest. This, like, the last few videos, I'll just end it. I'll just let this conversation go a little longer. The last few episodes, the trials and the investigations have only been 2 hours, yet the frickin' investigation for this lasted until, like, it lasted 3 to 4 hours for me, and then this has lasted me about 3 to 4 hours as well. So I'm afraid to ask how long this next thing's gonna be. Oh God, my voice is tired. So with that, take care, hope to catch you all next time, and I hope you all have a great day.